So I'm asking, it's like, what is the benefit of any country having their own stable coin pegged to their own fiat currency? Because I guess because the dollar is the reserve currency, which is always going to be obviously dominant. So if I wanted to hedge, let's say the naira, I would want it obviously tied to the dollar and not any other fiat currency, because obviously the dollar is worth more everywhere than anywhere else in the country.
Yeah, I think I can take that.
Okay.
So most. Sorry, I think there's an echo.
You have two connections, Palmolive. You have two connections that is happening.
Okay. Let me just.
Yeah, you have to mute one of them. Yeah, there you go. I think you're
okay.
good.
Cool. Okay. So he asked, what will be the benefit for, let's say, African governments to have a stable coin? Is it can give them access to more investors. For example, if let's say Nigeria has a security they're floating, and then it's widely open. I can be in the Gambia. If I have access to stable coins, I can actually go into that space, buy that that stable coin, maybe issued by Nigeria, and then invest in that security. Perhaps the security is actually offering a higher yield from where I am. So most likely investors are chasing higher yields, so they will likely go there.
And I'm going to comment on this. So, Gamaliel, a few things here. We assume that the US dollar is always going to be the global reserve currency. I mean, if you listen to BlackRock, you listen to Larry Fink, you listen to that, there's a good chance that's not going to be the case. Okay, it could end up being Bitcoin. It could end up being something else, most likely not. The dollar is not going to be forever. So that's one thing we all need to keep in mind. Number two, we should never assume the dollar is forever going to be the currency for the world, which is why we keep telling you about Bitcoin and all these currencies, because the dollar at some point is not going to be the world's currency. I mean, we got to keep history in touch, okay? There's like 5,000 years of world history that we know about. There's probably a lot more than that, frankly, but we know about, okay, Africa was actually on top for a very long time. We're not going to get deep into that. But bottom line is, America is like 250 years old, okay? And the dollar wasn't even around for all of that, So the dollar is not that old. It definitely has not been the reserve currency except like after World War II. So we should not have the mindset that the dollar will always be on top like that. So I don't know if that answers, Gamaliel, your question, or if anybody else wants to comment.